our previous articles, we have learned the general solution and principal solution of trigonometric functions. Now, in this next lecture, we are going to learn the polar coordinates of point. You know that in our previous classes, we have learned or we have represented coordinates of any point or position of any point with the help of Cartesian coordinates. Now, in this lecture, we will learn. Let us see what is meant by polar coordinates. For that, we will first understood the meaning of polar. First concept is polar. Here, to write the position of any points, we always represent those coordinates of point with respect to pole. This pole is nothing but origin. So in this system, polar coordinate system, our origin is called as pole. So let us see the figure here. In this figure, x-axis, y-axis, and this origin is called as the pole. This origin is nothing but pole. Okay. The next is polar axis or initial ray. Obviously, in Cartesian system, this x-axis is positive x-axis is our initial ray in case of positive angle. So here, ray OX is called as the polar axis of this system. So polar axis is nothing but our x-axis. Okay. Then radial. Let us see radius vector. If you take any point P in this system, then this point P in Cartesian system we write the coordinates of P as xy. Now in polar coordinate system we will write the coordinates of point P xy as P r theta. Let us see the meanings of this r and theta. Here r is equivalent to x and theta is equivalent to y, but the values of x and r are not same and values of y and theta are also not same. If P is any point xy, if we draw a segment OP so that it goes from origin means from pole to this point, pole to point, then this is called as the radial vector. This is known as the radius vector. So this ray OP, polar axis is OX and radius vector is OP. So OP is our radius vector. Obviously the magnitude of this vector is nothing but its distance of point P from the origin, and that distance of point P from the origin obviously is, as it is distance, it is always positive. So this r is distance and this is called as the first coordinate of this polar coordinate ordered pair. Now let us see what is meant by theta. Now we have considered this polar axis as OX. This OP is another vector. OX is first vector. So the angle between these two vectors, and that angle is positive. Positive means anti-clockwise. So this theta is anti-clockwise. Obviously positive angle. Okay. If theta is positive angle, then this positive anti-clockwise angle is nothing but the theta. Vectorial angle, and this vectorial angle is nothing but this theta. So this r is the magnitude of this vector and theta gives the inclination of that vector along with respect to positive x-axis. So these r and theta are these two numbers. Now let us see the next one, that this theta, vectorial angle theta, it has another property, that is that this theta is always from 0 to 2 pi. That means theta is or has principal value. Okay, remember this theta is nothing but our principal value. So these are radius vector r and vectorial angle theta. Let us see the relation between now this xy and r. If point P has coordinates xy, then we can draw perpendicular from point P on x-axis. Let this is A. A is the foot of the perpendicular from P. Then this distance OA is nothing but the x coordinate of this point P, and distance PA is nothing but the y coordinate. Let us find the relation between this r and this angle theta. Relation between xy and r theta. For that, if you find here and triangle POA, if you find here cos theta, then what is meant by cos theta? Cos theta means adjacent side upon hypotenuse. It is nothing but the adjacent side upon hypotenuse. So it is equal to, what is adjacent side? Adjacent side is nothing but the x, that is the x coordinate of that point P. Hypotenuse is nothing but this magnitude of this radius vector, that is r. So we get cos theta is equal to x upon r. From this we can write x is equal to r cos theta. Taking this r to the left, we get r cos theta, that is equal to x. So this x is nothing but r cos theta. Similarly, if we find sin theta in this triangle, if we find sin theta in this right angle triangle, then sin theta is nothing but the opposite side upon hypotenuse. So sin theta is opposite side upon hypotenuse, and opposite side is, for this angle opposite side is y. So y upon hypotenuse is r, where r is the distance of point P from the origin. So from this again we get here y equal to, taking r to the left, we get r sin theta. So this y is nothing but r sin theta. So we get these two relations. This is the relation between x, r and theta. This is the relation between y, r and theta. Let us find the relation between theta and xy. Means just we will eliminate this r from these two. For that, what we have to do? Just take the division so that r will get cancelled here. So x upon y, or we can take y upon x. If you take now, if y upon x, if you take y upon x, then it will be r sin theta upon r cos theta. Is it okay? Y upon x is equal to r sin theta upon r cos theta. Here r will cancel and remains only tan theta. So this y upon x is equal to tan theta, or it can be written as tan theta equal to y upon x. Obviously x should not be equal to 0. If x should be equal to 0, then point lies on y axis. Then no need to find the angle theta, because if point lies on y axis, the angle will be obviously pi by 2 or 90 degrees. So no need to find that angle. So here the condition obviously here that x is not equal to 0. Then we get here tan theta equal to y upon x. But what is theta? Obviously from this we can write theta is equal to tan inverse of y upon x. Okay. So this is the relation between theta, y and x. So we have here three relations. One is x equal to r cos theta, that is the relation between x, r and theta. Whenever r theta are given, we can find x. Whenever r and theta are given, we can find y. And whenever y and x given, we can find here theta. Then how to find the r whenever x and y are given? So here from this triangle, as this is right angle triangle by using Pythagoras theorem, we get by Pythagoras theorem, we can write here r square is equal to x square plus y square. Is it okay? R square is equal to x square plus y square. So r equal to plus minus if we are going to take root, that way I am writing here plus minus, it is equal to x square plus y square. But what is r? R is the distance, and distance is always positive, so no need to take this plus minus sign. Don't write that plus minus sign, take only positive. Is it okay? Because r is the distance of pole from the point, and distance is always positive, so r is always positive root of x square plus y square. So this is fourth relation. Means whenever you have given xy, how to find r theta? Using this formula you will find r, and using this formula you will find theta. Okay. Whenever r and theta are given, and if you want to find xy, you have to use these two relations. R and theta are given, so x is equal to r cos theta and y is equal to r sin theta. Whenever r theta are given, you can find xy, and whenever xy are given, you can find r and theta from this. So these are four formulas that we have to remember to solve the examples. So these are four formulas that you have to remember. And on this article, the question is asked to find the equivalent either polar coordinates or Cartesian coordinates. Let us see some examples related or based on these four formulas or this relation. Example 1. As here polar coordinates are given, so this first will be r and second will be theta. In solution part, A, here r equal to root 2 and theta is equal to pi by 4. These are given. If you consider P and R are polar coordinates. Now we have to find Cartesian coordinates. Let xy be the Cartesian coordinates. Therefore, what is the relation to find xy from r theta? These last two coordinates. So r is given, theta is given, so we can use directly these two formulas to find Cartesian coordinates. So here x equal to r cos theta and y equal to r sin theta. Okay, let us put those values here. So we get r is root 2, theta is pi by 4. In second case, y is equal to r is root 2 and theta is pi by 4. Okay, it's very simple. Therefore, it is equal to root 2 into cos pi by 4 is 1 upon root 2 and sin pi by 4 is also 1 upon root 2. So root 2 both get cancelled. So here we get x equal to 1 and here also we get y equal to 1. Therefore, the Cartesian coordinates are 1. So this type of question is very easy to find the Cartesian coordinates from polar coordinates. Let us see one more example. 3 by 4, 135. Second, we will solve second one, that is 3 by 4 and 135 degree angle. This r is equal to 3 by 4 here, r equal to 3 by 4 and theta is given 135 degree. Let us use the similar way. What will be r? R is given 3 by 4 into theta is 135. Theta 135 means it is 135 degree. It is equal to 180 minus 45. As you can write, it is in 90 plus minus or 180 plus minus. It is convenient to write here 180 minus. 180 means pi. So pi minus 45 means pi by 4. So here this is cos of pi minus pi by 4. It is equal to 3 pi by 4. Okay, 135 is nothing but 3 pi by 4. So we can write here cos of 3 pi by 4 radian. Here is 3 by 4 sine of 3 pi by 4. This 135 is nothing but 3 pi by 4 radian. Okay. Now, if you know directly the value of cos 3 pi by 4, otherwise you can use this pi minus 3 pi by 4. So we get here 3 by 4 into cos of pi minus pi by 4. Then means I am once again writing the previous step, that is pi minus pi by 4. So that is equal to 3 by 4 into cos pi minus. Here pi is given, so no change in trigonometric function, so it is cos. Now pi minus means second quadrant, and in second quadrant cos is negative. So we get here negative cos pi by 4. That negative sign goes here. Okay, is it clear? Similarly, here also this is 3 by 4 sin pi. Pi full pi is given, so no change in trigonometric function. Sign will remain as it is. Now pi minus means second quadrant, and in second quadrant sign is positive. So no change in sign here. We get sin pi by 4. Is it clear? Now, so here we get therefore x equal to minus 3 by 4 into cos pi by 4 is 1 upon root 2. Similarly, here y equal to 3 by 4 into sin pi by 4 is also 1 upon 4. So we get these two values of x and y. Therefore, x and y are equivalent to, this is minus of 3 upon 4 root 2, and that will be plus 3 upon 4 root 2. So these are the Cartesian coordinates of this. Okay, so it is not difficult to write or find the Cartesian coordinates from given polar coordinates of a point. Let us see second type of example when polar coordinates are given and we will find the Cartesian coordinates. Now let us see the second type of example. In this example, find polar coordinates of a point whose Cartesian coordinates are, suppose A as minus 1 upon root 2 and minus 1 upon root 2 are given. Then here Cartesian coordinates are given. Here xy is given as minus 1 upon root 2 and minus 1 upon root 2. And here we have to find the polar coordinates. Since we know that polar coordinates are r and theta, we know that r square equal to x square plus y square. So put the values of x and y here. We get it is nothing but minus 1 upon root 2 bracket square plus minus 1 upon root 2 bracket square, and it is equal to square of this will be half and the square of this will be also half, so it is equal to 1. Therefore r square equal to 1 implies r equal to also 1, because r is the magnitude, it is always positive. So this is our first polar coordinate, that is r. Now we have to find the value of theta. Now to find theta, we can use these two formulas to find theta, or we can use also this one. Let us use this. Now tan theta. Now as tan theta is equal to y upon x. Here both x and y both are equal. So here we get y is minus 1 upon root 2 and x is also minus 1 upon root 2. So it is equal to 1. Therefore, tan theta is equal to 1. We know when this theta is equal to 1, now this point lies in fourth quadrant. The point minus 1 upon root 2 minus 1 upon root 2 lies in third quadrant, not fourth. This negative point lies in third quadrant. Therefore, we have to find the angle theta which lies in third quadrant, so that tan theta is equal to 1. And therefore, here theta is equal to, let us see the figure. Tan theta is equal to 1. It implies slope m equal to 1. So the line having slope 1 and theta is in third quadrant. So the angle will be this much. And this is nothing but 180 plus 45. That is 225. So 225 angle is there. So theta is equal to is 180 plus 45. That is, therefore here theta is equal to 225 degree, or it is 5 times pi by 4. Therefore, tan of 5 pi by 4 is equal to 1, or tan of 45 is equal to 1. Because tan 45 is equal to 1 and tan 5 pi by 4 is equal to 1. So out of these two, this one is correct because point lies in third quadrant. So theta is equal to 5 pi by 4. So here theta is equal to 5 pi by 4. Okay. So in this example also there are two steps. In first step we will find value of r, and in second step we will find the value of angle theta. Therefore the polar coordinates, therefore the polar coordinates are r theta, and those are nothing but 1 and 5 pi by 4 radian. These are the polar coordinates. Okay. Let us see one more similar example to this one. Three by 2 and minus 3 root 3 upon here the xy is 3 by 2 and negative of 3 root 3 upon 2. In the similar way, we can write here, we know that r square equal to x square plus y square. So here we get r square equal to x square plus y square means 3 by 2 bracket square plus minus of 3 root 3 upon 2 bracket square. This will give us 9 by 4 plus this will give us 9 by 4 into 3, that is 27 by 4. 3 root 3 square is 27. 3 square 9, 9 into 3 is 27, 2 square is 4. Denominator is same, so r square equal to 29 plus 27 plus 9, that is 36 by 4. So it is nothing but r square equal to 9, which implies r equal to 3. So this is our first polar coordinate. Here value of r equal to 3. Now in second step, as tan theta equal to y upon x, let us use the different now equations to find the second coordinate, polar coordinate, that is theta. Now x equal to r cos theta and y equal to r sin theta. Therefore here we get x means about 3 by 2. So 3 by 2 equal to, now value of r is equal to 3. Let us use it here. 3 cos theta. In second equation we get minus 3 root 3 upon 2. This y is given here, y coordinate. R is equal to 3 and sin theta as it is. Therefore from this equation, by cancelling 3, we get cos theta is equal to half. And in this equation, cancelling 3 there, 3 will cancel. Sin theta is equal to minus root 3 upon. Now we have to decide the value of theta here. If you observe the given coordinates, then first coordinate is positive, second is negative. So point lies in positive negative quadrant, means second positive negative quadrant is nothing but the fourth quadrant. So this point lies in fourth quadrant. So here cos theta is equal to half and sin theta is equal to minus 3 by 2. So when cos theta is equal to half, without considering this end, let us determine first theta. Cos theta is half and sin theta is root 3 upon 2. Sin theta is root 3 upon 2 when theta is equal to 60 degree. So and cos 60 is equal to half. So if both are positive, point will be here. But if you take its reflection, then this will be here. So in fourth quadrant, point has inclination, or the theta corresponding to this point is this much. Here is angle 60 degree, here is angle minus 60 degrees. So the inclination is this 180 to 70 plus 30, that is 300. So whenever we take here 300 means 5 pi by 3. This 60 is nothing but pi by 3 and it is 5 times, because 1 times 60 remains here. So this is possible. For theta, is greater than 0 and less than 2 pi, only if theta is equal to 5u pi by 3 radian or 300 degree. So this is important that you have to decide the value of theta by knowing these two values of sin theta and cos theta. Here cos theta is positive, sin theta is negative. So in this quadrant, first x coordinate is positive, second coordinate is y is negative y and positive x. So point will be here. These in first quadrant angle 60 degree satisfy these two trigonometric equations. So its image, that is minus 60, will give us these two values. So that angle is nothing but 90 plus 90 180 plus 90 270 plus 30, that is 300, and 300 is nothing but 5 pi by 3 radian. So theta is equal to this much. Therefore the polar coordinates are E theta, sorry, r theta, and it is nothing but here the value of r is 3 and theta is 5 pi by 3 radian. So this is the answer of this, or the equivalent polar coordinates of these Cartesian coordinates are Cartesian coordinates 3 by 2 minus 3 root 3 upon 2 are 3 and 5 pi by 3 radian. These are the two types of examples based on this article, which is the relation between polar coordinates and Cartesian coordinates. Okay, thank you.